Hi, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick, author of the book, The Charismatic Edge, and creator of the online Charisma Training Academy, a training academy where you can learn how to become more confident, more charismatic, more impactful, more influential, more persuasive, more effective at being able to get your message across to other people. In this particular video, I want to teach you how you can turn anyone off. Now, a lot of videos out there and content out there is about how to make a good first impression, how to make people feel good about you, how to create a positive feeling in the people that you communicate with. For this particular video, I want to share with you the insights in terms of if you're going on a date or if you're trying to attract a person, how can you become the least attractive person that they've ever met? How can you turn them off to the point that they're not only sick and tired of looking at you, they don't actually want to be around you at all? There's very little content, very little videos available about that at all. So I want to share with you the insights that I've learned in terms of how to do that. Not that I'm unattractive or that people don't want to be around me. That's not true. People do want to be around me. So I'm just sharing with you what you can do if you want to be that kind of person that people don't want to be around. So, you know, just follow my advice and you'll be good. Now, if you do the opposite, obviously you'll become happier, more attractive, and you'll connect better with people. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But this is how to turn anyone off. So what's the first thing? First step is fake it. You know, the truth is a lot of people tell you, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. You know what? If you're an idiot, yeah, that's good advice. But for the most part, most people actually have a lot of really good qualities. And so what's really important is that you fake the kind of person. You're never authentic, because the more authentic you are, the more likely you are to build a proper deep connection with them, the more you're able to relate well to them. What you want to do is you want to fake everything. You want to put on a big fake smile and pretend you're nice, but make sure they can see through the fakeness. Make sure they know that you're being fake. So whenever you say hello, go, hello, oh God, yes. Give them a fake compliment going, oh, I love your smile, it's so beautiful. Oh, where did you get that dress? Oh, wow, it's so interesting. By doing that, by really being fake, what you're doing is you create a distance with them. And really, they'll know. I mean, it's really obvious when you're being fake. And so by creating the distance with them, they think to themselves, this person really, you know, is a complete fake. I mean, they're a fraud. They're not being themselves at all. And that allows them to actually start to dislike you. It really helps you to actually create instantly a sense of dislike in terms of their mind whenever they think of you. In fact, they'll remember you later on thinking to themselves, there was that fake blah, 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 and they'll feel really terrible about you ahead of time. They'll probably even tell other people, which will make it even easier for you to turn people off. But again, fake it, make sure you lie, and you're pretending to be nice, but when you're pretending, you're making it obvious that you're pretending. So again, big fake smile, big wide eyes, go, oh, you know, and then maybe even when they're still looking, you can go, like do the little eyes thing, go like that, because it's evidence that you're faking as well. So it's a really good way. Now, people will tell you, be authentic. They'll say, be yourself. Because when you're yourself and you allow them to see the real you and you connect with them from you to them and you're completely authentic and real, you're much more likely to build a close relationship, and people will like you there. You won't necessarily appeal to everyone, but you'll be far more attractive and you'll connect to them far deeper if you're yourself. So be as authentic as you can. Let them see the real you. Express your real feelings. Be nice and polite, but at the same time be you. Now, if you do that, yeah, you'll build better relationships. Yeah, you'll be more attractive. Yeah, people will like you more. Yeah, people will want to be around you more. But it doesn't help you to turn people off or to be unattractive. So, you know, ignore the advice. It's not very good. Second of all, the second key to turning anyone else, complain a lot. Complain about everything. Just be one of those people that moans. One of the other videos you'll see on this series is how to whine more effectively, or how to whine like a professional. And again, that's a great video to watch. I mean, master the art of whining and moaning, particularly to other people. Try to bring other people down with you. Everyone wants to feel good. So if you make them feel bad, they won't want to be around you. It's a really clever strategy towards making sure that people dislike you. People will really want to find any excuse not to hang out with you. So again, the key is, from your point of view, is moan, complain. find something to complain about. If you use your ingenuity and your creativity, you can find something to complain about everywhere. No matter how good something is, there's always something wrong with it. If you can just work a little bit hard with your brain, you will find that little chink in the armor. You'll find that little Achilles heel. You'll find that thing to complain about. So once again, no matter what's happening, complain, and always use a certain tone of voice when you complain. Again, make sure it's like, why does it, like just use that negative drilling type voice, because when you do that in combination with the whining and the moaning, you will make anyone want to kill you and make anyone want to just get as far away from you as possible. It's a really, really great strategy. Complain about stuff they haven't even thought about complaining, and never, ever see the good side. And that's a really, really great strategy to turn people off. As well as making sure that you fake it, obviously, and as well as making sure that you're complaining about things, a really great strategy is not just to complain, but turn it up a notch and criticize. So don't just complain about situations, criticize the person themselves as a person. Never make it about what they're doing, always make it about who they are. So if they're late, you just call them selfish. Don't just say you were late. It's always about them being selfish. If they make a mistake, don't talk about them making a mistake. Talk about them being a failure. Make sure that they realize they're a failure. When you talk about it like that, you're much more likely to be able to get them to feel bad about themselves, not just about whatever the actual thing that you're complaining about is. Again, people will say, on the whole complaining and criticizing thing, people will say, look, focus on what you like about a person. Start to, be aware of what you're not happy with, but at the same time, focus on the solution. Talk in very positive ways with other people. Start to see the best in other people. Start to compliment them on all the great qualities they have. Accept their failings and stuff, but ignore it and focus on the great qualities they have, and allow them to know that you really do care about them. And when you're giving feedback, do so politely. They will say that, but if you give feedback politely, if you focus on their strengths and their good points and what you like about them, if you focus on all the great attributes that they have, and you talk about the attributes they have, and you compliment them and be nice to them, you know what that's going to do? It's going to make them like you more. It's going to make them like to want to be around you more. You'll start to build a better relationship as a result. You'll start to feel closer to them. You'll be more connected to them. That won't help you turn them off. That'll help you build more attraction with them and more closeness with them. It's not good. So again, criticize them, specifically them, and just make sure you really target in on their insecurities as well. And complain about everything. And by doing that, you're much more likely to be able to get them to feel absolutely incredibly bad. The next step is to make no effort whatsoever. If you're going on a date, especially, this works like a treat. If you're going out, it works well in relationships, but it works even better on a first date. Make no effort. Don't wash. Don't wash for days. Washing actually helps you feel clean, and actually when you spend time with the person, then immediately they actually get to the sense where, they actually like how you smell, or they feel comfortable around you. If you don't wash for days and you don't use any deodorant or you don't use anything like that, you'll start to smell. You'll probably also start to look bad. The worse you look and the worse you smell, and the less of an effort you make really, the more that you will be demonstrating to them that you really don't respect them at all. And even better than that, it will be actually torture for them to be around you, because they'll be sitting there with you trying to be nice, but they'll smell you and they'll be going, oh my God, this is disgusting. So they'll have this facial expression, which then will in turn make it easier for them to actually want to get out of there. And again, the worse you smell, the less of an effort you make, the more likely it is that they just won't want to be around you. So avoid washing, avoid looking good. Make sure you wear the wrong kind of clothes. Don't make a good impression that way. Wear the wrong kind of clothes. Now, people will say, keep yourself really looking as well as possible. Make sure you wash regularly. Make sure you make an effort. Make sure you look as good as you can. Dress well. Make sure that every bit of their experience with you makes them feel really great. Make sure every bit of their experience with you makes them feel good about you and good about themselves with you the whole way through. So that's what they'll tell you. They'll tell you always make a real effort with people to show that you care about them. By doing so, you'll build a better relationship. And yes, you will. Yes, they'll like you more. Yes, you'll be more attractive. Yes, you'll be able to build a better connection with them, of course. But won't help you to turn them off. So again, ignore that advice. It's also important to remember as well that when you're communicating with people, you need to be able to demonstrate no respect whatsoever for them. And that means whenever you're talking to them, we all have phones, and phones give you a really great opportunity to be able to demonstrate a lack of respect for people. If, for example, you're with someone, the best ways to demonstrate a lack of respect for them is take your phone out. start checking your emails. It's really good. In fact, the best one is, instead of checking your emails, because checking emails could be, look, it's a really important email, I care, you know, it's no disrespect. Even better than that, play a game on your iPhone or on your phone whenever they're right beside you. The best time to do this is on dates. If you're going on a date, the best thing you can do is to actually take out your phone and be playing a game on the phone while on the date. And if they actually try to interact with you in conversation, just say, I'll be finished in a second. By being able to do that, it really works really, really well. It's a great way to do it. It's a very effective strategy that allows you to make sure that you're optimizing the amount of lack of respect that you're giving them at that particular moment in time. So again, you can even say a smile, and you could say, you know, sorry, I'll be finished in a second. It's just, I need to finish, you know, Angry Birds, this particular level I'm on, or, you know, Candy Crushers, or whatever one of those app games is, you know. You can even pretend to be doing it, and you could really just be typing numbers into a calculator, or, you know, making notes or whatever. I mean, there's infinite amount of things you can be doing on your iPhone. Either way, you're showing a lack of respect for them. So it's great that way. Anyway, I really hope this has been of value to you. Make sure that if you want to be able to turn people off, whether it's on a date or whether it's, you know, people that anytime you want to make a particular impression, just remember, fake it, go over the top and make sure they know that you're faking it. Make sure that you complain and criticize. Make sure that you don't make any sort of effort, you don't wash, you don't do anything, and make sure you show them no respect whatsoever. People will tell you, they will say, you need to make sure that when you're communicating with people, you need to make sure that you're being authentic, that you're being yourself, that you're being real. That will allow you to connect closer to them. They will tell you to avoid complaining, to focus on all the great things that are going on and talk about the positive things in the world and focus on all the positive things that are happening. They'll tell you to see all the great qualities of the person and compliment them and talk about how fantastic a person they are. They'll tell you about how to put a real effort in and make a real effort to make sure that you help them feel like you really do care. And they'll talk about making sure that you demonstrate respect, that you keep eye contact with them, that as they're speaking, they're the only person in the room, that you're totally and fully focused on them, and you treat them and you value them like the great person they are. But the problem is, if you compliment, if you care, if you treat people with respect, if you make a real effort when you're communicating with them, if you're authentic, then they will start to feel close to you. They'll start to feel like, you know, they like you. And that won't help you to turn them off. So I really hope that this particular video was of great value to you. For now, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick. Thank you very much for watching.